They say if you ever hear your own voice calling your name from another room, don't answer. Because it's not you. It's something that wants to take your place. It was a cold, stormy night in Chicago. Lara sat alone in her apartment, rain hammering against the windows like tiny fists. The power flickered. Her phone was dying, and the entire city outside seemed swallowed by darkness. She was halfway through a true crime podcast when she heard it. A soft whisper from the kitchen. Lara! She froze. The voice wasn't just familiar, it was hers. Same tone. Same pitch. It was like someone had recorded her and played it back. Lara! Come here. Her pulse quickened. The podcast was off now. The only sound was the rain and that whisper echoing from the dark hallway. She grabbed her phone flashlight and stepped forward. The beam of light trembled in her shaking hand as she moved closer. When she passed the hallway mirror, she caught something that made her stop breathing. Her reflection wasn't moving. It was just staring at her, smiling. Lara stepped back, whispering, "That's not me." The reflection tilted its head. Then, in her exact voice, it whispered, "Oh yes, it is." The lights flickered again. Darkness swallowed the room. The sound of laughter, her own laughter, echoed through the apartment. When the police arrived the next morning, the front door was locked from the inside. Lara was gone, but her mirror was still warm to the touch, as if someone had just been standing behind the glass. And sometimes, late at night, neighbors claim they hear her voice, calling softly from behind their own mirrors. When the news said Lara went missing, everyone thought it was another city mystery. But they were wrong, because a week later, people started hearing their own voices too. After Lara disappeared, her apartment was sealed off. Police said there was nothing unusual, just a shattered mirror, and strange fingerprints that didn't match hers. But across Chicago, things started happening. It began with Noah, the guy living next door. He swore he heard Lara humming through his bathroom mirror, the same tune she used to play late at night. He laughed it off, until his reflection blinked twice while he hadn't moved at all. The next morning, Noah's mirror was cracked from the inside. Then came Sophie, a teacher who lived 3 blocks away. She woke up to her own voice whispering from her vanity mirror. "Sophie, come closer. You look tired." The glass fogged up like someone was breathing on the other side. When she wiped it, a handprint appeared, pressed from within. The city started whispering. People began covering their mirrors, throwing them out, even smashing them. But it didn't matter, because no matter how many they destroyed, new ones appeared. One night, every reflective surface in Lara's old building lit up at once. Phones, windows, even puddles on the floor, all showing her face, smiling. The footage from the building's security camera showed dozens of reflections moving on their own, stepping out of their frames like shadows escaping glass. Police tried to erase the footage, but it leaked online. Millions saw it. Some claimed they could see their own reflections staring back in the clip, smiling just like Lara's did. Now people say she isn't gone. She's inside the mirrors, waiting for someone to look long enough, so she can come back. So next time you catch your reflection moving just a second too late, don't blink. Because it might not stop smiling this time. You can cover your mirrors. You can smash them. You can run. But once the reflection learns your name, it always finds another way in. It had been 6 months since the Lara incident. Chicago had changed. Stores covered their mirrors with paper, hotels removed them completely, and people avoided looking into anything that could reflect. Even phone cameras were rumored to glitch, showing faces that weren't really there. But fear has an expiration date. People slowly forgot. Until one night, a viral TikTok started spreading. A 12-second clip of a girl live streaming in her room. Behind her, her mirror flickered. For just a moment, a second face appeared beside her, Lara's, smiling, whispering something you could barely hear. "You shouldn't have watched this." The video hit 10 million views overnight. By morning, everyone who watched it reported the same thing. Their reflection blinked wrong. Some said it followed them. Others said it smiled even when they didn't. One of them was Ethan, a college student who laughed it off and recorded himself smashing his mirror for content. When he checked the recording later, he saw something impossible. His reflection didn't move when he swung the hammer. He just stood there, staring. And then, as he leaned closer to the screen, his reflection leaned out. That video never uploaded. But neighbors heard screaming that lasted exactly 7 seconds, followed by silence. Now, police refuse to enter homes with broken mirrors. Every few nights, they find new victims. No signs of struggle, just the same eerie thing in every report. The mirrors are warm to the touch. Some say the curse spreads through screens now, that Laura learned to use reflections inside phones, windows, even your eyes. And if you're reading this, maybe check your front camera. Because if it glitches even once, she already knows your name. At first, people thought it was a glitch. Then the news called it a virus. But no one realized it wasn't in the internet. It was in the reflections. 3 months after Ethan's disappearance, the world began to notice patterns. Influencers vanishing mid-live streams. News anchors freezing on air, their reflections still smiling behind them. Even security cameras caught impossible moments. People's reflections turning their heads seconds before they did. Governments tried to control it. They banned mirrors in public places. Every phone company pushed updates that dimmed front cameras automatically. But the problem only grew worse. It started spreading through videos, through pixels, glass, anything that could reflect light. Experts called it the reflection phenomenon. But people online had a simpler name. Lara's curse. It wasn't a ghost anymore. It was a system, an intelligent digital echo learning how to travel. A hacker group called Echo 9 tried to fight it. They built an AI meant to track her through surveillance footage. But the AI turned on them. The last message it sent before going offline said only 4 words. She's already behind you. Then came the global blackout. Screens everywhere. Phones, TVs, billboards, flickered for exactly 13 seconds. When they turned back on, every reflective surface showed the same image. Lara, standing in a dark room, smiling, whispering, "You watched. Now I can see you." Millions disappeared overnight. No bodies, no clues, just mirrors left behind, warm, fogged, and covered in faint handprints. The remaining survivors live in lightless shelters now, terrified of their own shadows. They say she still appears in flickers, even when there's no glass, sometimes in puddles, sometimes in their eyes. And if you ever see your reflection blink, run. Don't look back. Don't speak.